Hey Facebook friends, how are you? It's me, Elda here. It has been forever since I have been on live and I apologize. I've been super busy with family visiting, which has been fun, and loving every minute of that. Then I got a cold and now I am feeling much better at the very tail end of my cold. So got my groceries done today. Sundays are always meal prep day for me. I find it my most chill day, so I get up in the morning. I like to figure out a couple meals that I might have for the week that I might enjoy. I usually just pick one or two, and then I plan for those. I do my shopping list. My pretty much go-tos every week are I boil about 8 to 10 eggs. Every Sunday I do that, and I take probably I eat probably one or two hard-boiled eggs a day. Maybe not so much on the weekend, but really good protein, and I love eggs. So that is I always cut up vegetables, put them in little snack bags, so that I can just throw those in the fridge. In the morning I just grab a little bag, throw it in my lunch, and it's done. So excuse my voice because I'm just getting over a cold. But today I am making lazy cabbage roll, and where I got this recipe was from my mom. Growing up, we grew up in a small town, and my mom was a stay-at-home mom, so she was always cooking, and my mom's a really good cook. For most people that know my mom, she would just come up with recipes, but this one she may have gotten from someone, I'm not sure, but she used to always make the old-fashioned cabbage rolls where you'd get the cabbage and wrap the rice and the excuse me, and the ground beef or ground pork, whatever you choose to use, and then bake all that. She'd wrap them up, put a little toothpick in there, and then throw them in the oven. What I'm going to do today, and this is what she started doing, gosh, she's been doing it for years, so even when I go home, she always makes it when I go home because she knows I like it. So, lazy cabbage roll, really, really simple. I already cooked up, I had some ground chicken. You can use ground beef, ground pork, it all tastes good in there. Probably ground pork I think tastes the best, but I use ground chicken. This is just ground chicken thigh, and in there I put whatever spices you like. I put a chopped onion, some chopped garlic, and then I used paprika, onion powder, salt, pepper, and then I also put a little bit of this in there. My mom used to use, it was called chicken in a mug. It was a powder form. She would make the rice up with water, and she put some of that in there and then boil up the rice so that the rice would get some of that flavor. I'm doing the quick, easy way. So what I did is I just buy this. It's a chicken broth base paste, and I put that in my chicken because I do the quick way. I just get the little pouches of rice, so that I can just throw them in the oven, or not in the oven, in the microwave. 90 seconds and they're done. This is basmati rice. It's the only one I had. So I have another one in here just in case I don't have enough. It takes 90 seconds to do, so I am just going to put my, I'm just going to cook that one up because it doesn't matter if I have too much rice. So basically all you do, cabbage, you just rough chop the cabbage, and I always find a hard time cleaning cabbage, so what I do is I chop it up and then I wash it. And so that's what I've done with this. You just get a regular 9 by 11 pan. You don't have to spray anything on it, but I do. We'll use coconut oil. It doesn't usually stick anyways. I don't think my mom puts anything on it. Then I am going to take some of the cabbage, and I hope you can see that. Oh. Hold on. I really need to get some tripod for my phone to make this easier. I think you can see. So then I just put a rough amount of it on the bottom, and I think you can see that because I see it in the mirror. And sorry if anyone is commenting, I don't really see any comments, so if I don't respond, I will respond to you after. So I just put a rough layer of that on there. Then I'm going to put some rice. And I think this one bag will be enough, but no, I'll put a little more. Actually, it's not really enough. So that other one is just done. See, 90 seconds. And the reason I used to do brown rice all the time. The reason I don't anymore is my nutritionist told me I should start eating white rice because brown rice, the outer coating, she says, can mimic a kind of a gluten, and I try not to eat gluten, so that is why now I just eat white rice for the most part. Okay, so then you put a layer of rice, and I think I'm just going to use it all in there. And as you can see, this is going to be a lot, and it makes a good portion. But it freezes really well. So what I do is I'll have this probably tonight for dinner. I'll take some for lunch tomorrow. I'll probably put one more in the fridge for lunch somewhere down the week. And then the rest I just put in containers and throw in the freezer. This is my chicken. I'm just going to put all that on there. And remember, that has my chicken broth in it. And the chicken bouillon, that just gives it basically a little salty taste to it. A little spice. So, that's all on there, chicken. And you can always use, this was 1.25 pounds of chicken. Sometimes I do a little extra, but that's all it came in, so that's what we're doing. And then the very last thing. Now, my mom used to use tomato Campbell's soup, but if you read the ingredients on there, sometimes there's a few added extras that I don't. So, just kind of look around. There's a bunch of different soups out there. I try to find the ones with the least ingredients and the least stuff that I want to put into my body. This one wasn't bad. Yeah, probably the worst thing is they do have a little bit of evaporated cane syrup in there, which I don't really prefer, but it's the one I had. So this is just tomato basil. Just any kind of tomato soup works. You can even use tomato sauce, but I find the soup is really good. So what my mom does is she uses 2 cans of tomato soup. Since there isn't a can, I am just going to use this, and I'm going to estimate because I don't measure anything. But what I also do is I make a few little holes in here so that the soup can get in there. And before I pour that soup on, I put just a little bit more cabbage on there. And like I said, you just rough chop the cabbage. Leave those holes open a little bit. So, and then once you put the soup on, I also go again and dig some little holes in there, just so the soup can get through. And I should have probably shaken this. Okay, and then these are like my 6 little holes I make, and then I pour it all over. And that just allows it to get in. But my mom doesn't always do this, and hers is always, you know how in your mom's recipes always turn out way better than yours, no matter what. I guess it's just mama's touch. Okay, but yes, this is definitely a recipe. Every time I go home, my mom's like, do you want lazy cabbage roll? And I'm like, yeah. So, that is pretty much it. You can put as much tomato sauce as you want. If you like it a little bit runnier, you can put a little more, but usually 2 cans is what works perfectly. I will post this recipe, and it is in this little recipe book my sister made up. It's our family recipe book. So there's a ton of really good recipes in there, but I will post that one recipe. If this was helpful and you liked it, please like and feel free to share with your friends. Share this post. I will also put it on my business fitness page, Elda's Believed to Achieve Fitness. You can go and check that out as well. So hope you're all having a great Sunday. If you have any questions, please let me know. And that's about it. Yeah, so now I just throw it in the oven at 350 for about 1 hour. Another thing, if you really want, if you're able to eat dairy, is just put a little bit of cheese on the top near the very end of baking, and you can have a little cheese on there too. So very quick, we made that in about 10 minutes. All right, so anyways, sorry I'm short of breath because of my cold, but I am gonna go enjoy this day. I hope you all enjoy it, and have a happy Sunday, and we'll talk soon. All right, bye guys.